The words die on your tongue. Someone else is talking now, right over you. A joke lands at your expense, and the room laughs. You force a smile, but you feel that familiar hot sting of invisibility. You are in the room, but you are not there. Why do some people command respect by just existing, while you have to fight for every inch of it? That question isn't an accusation, it's a diagnosis. Because the difference isn't in your personality, it's in the signals you send. I used to be the person who sent all the wrong ones, the easy target. People would interrupt me mid-sentence, not out of malice, but because my own voice didn't seem to expect to be heard. They'd cancel plans last minute, a casual text that treated my time like a placeholder. Friends would make jokes at my expense, and I would laugh the loudest, pretending the punchline didn't land right on my chest. Each time felt like a tiny paper cut. Alone, they are nothing, but 1,000 of them, and you start to bleed out. I thought I needed to be louder, funnier, more successful. I thought I had to add something to myself to earn respect. But I was wrong. The change didn't happen when I added something new. It happened when I stopped one simple behavior, and everything flipped. The same people, the same room, but a totally different reality. Because disrespect isn't random, it's a response. You are broadcasting an invitation, a quiet permission slip that says, "You can treat me badly." And the first, most powerful signal you send is how you react when they do. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, your gut reaction is to get loud, to defend yourself, to launch into a detailed explanation of why they're wrong. You react big, and in that moment, you hand them all the power. Your big reaction tells them one thing: you got to me. People love knowing they got to you. It makes them feel important. So they do it again. So let's be clear. The old way is to explode or to shrink. The new way is to name the behavior and hold the space. You don't fight fire with fire, you remove the oxygen. Instead of reacting, you notice. You look them directly in the eye, not with anger, but with clarity, and you say one simple sentence. That was disrespectful. Then you stop talking. No yelling, no long-winded defense. You just name what they did, and then you let the silence do the heavy lifting. That silence is terrifyingly powerful. They expect you to either blow up or let it slide. When you do neither, you break their script. Their brain short-circuits. They're left alone with their own behavior, and it suddenly feels very, very uncomfortable. I had a friend who loved making fun of my job. Every time we were in a group, it was the same joke, a cheap shot to get a quick laugh. For a year, I just smiled and took it. Then I stopped. The next time he did it, the group laughed, and I didn't. I just looked at him and said, "That's disrespectful." Nothing else. The air went still. He stammered, apologized right there. He never did it again. Why did this work? Because I wasn't playing his game anymore. I wasn't getting emotional. I was simply holding up a mirror to his actions, and that is infinitely more powerful than anger. But calming your reaction is just defense. It's the first step. The real change begins when you go on offense. Not by being aggressive, but by fundamentally changing how people see your most valuable and most easily stolen asset. That asset is your time. And right now, you're giving it away. When you are always available, you are telling the world your time is worthless. Think about a doctor. You wait for them. They don't wait for you. Their time is scarce, and because it's scarce, you see it as valuable. You respect it. Now, think about the person who answers every text in 30 seconds, who picks up every call, who is always free. Do you respect their time, or do you just expect it? Your brain makes a simple calculation. Availability equals low value. You are training people to disrespect your time because you act like it has no value yourself. This has to stop. It's not about playing games. It's about having a life that doesn't pause for every notification. When a text comes in, you don't have to respond instantly. Let it sit. When someone asks you to do something, your first response shouldn't be yes. It should be, let me check my schedule. You are not a 24-hour convenience store. You are a human being with a life to live. When you make people wait, just a little, you teach them that your time is a finite resource. They stop wasting it. They stop expecting it. And they start respecting it. I used to be everyone's instant reply guy. They'd text me late at night, knowing I'd answer. They'd ask for favors, expecting an immediate yes. My time was their time. Then I started introducing a delay. I started saying, I'll get back to you. And a strange thing happened. People started asking, do you have a minute? Instead of just demanding it. So you've learned to stop reacting big, which protects your power. And you've learned to create scarcity with your time, which builds its value. But there is a third, more direct signal you are sending. It's the habit of silently accepting what you know is wrong. You accept bad treatment because you're scared of conflict. A friend cancels on you for the third time and you say, it's okay, no worries. A coworker takes credit for your work and you stay quiet, fuming at your desk. You do this because saying something feels uncomfortable. But the discomfort of speaking up for 1 minute is nothing compared to the slow burn misery of letting someone walk all over you for months. Because when you accept bad treatment once, you've just given them permission to do it again. You've taught them the price of disrespecting you is zero. You have to stop accepting it, right at the moment it happens, not later, not in your head, then. When that friend cancels, you don't say, it's okay. You say, this is the third time, that's not okay with me. When that coworker takes credit, you speak up. Actually, I completed that part of the project. Calm, direct, unemotional. This isn't about creating a fight. It's about drawing a line. I let a coworker dump his work on me for months. I did it because I didn't want to seem difficult. Finally, I had enough. The next time he asked, I just said, no, that's your job. He was shocked. He pushed back. I held my ground. He never asked again. And you know what? He respected me more after that. People respect boundaries, but these external boundaries are just symptoms of a much deeper problem. What if the real reason you let people waste your time and treat you badly isn't just fear? What if it's because deep down, you're looking for their approval so desperately, you're willing to pay for it with your own self-respect? This is the final and most powerful signal you send. The constant, desperate need to prove you are worthy of respect in the first place. You need to stop. Stop defending your choices. Stop explaining why you deserve to be treated well. Stop justifying your existence. Just assume you already deserve it. Most people walk through life trying to convince others they are good enough. Someone questions their idea, and they launch into a 10-minute defense. Someone doubts their ability, and they recite their entire resume. That's the signal. The desperate effort to prove your worth is the loudest broadcast that you don't believe in it yourself. Because people who are truly confident in their value never feel the need to defend it. They just are, and everyone in the room feels it. When someone questions them, they don't get defensive. They say, I'm comfortable with my decision. When someone tries to make them feel small, they don't list their achievements. They just smile and keep moving. Their worth is not up for debate, so they refuse to enter the courtroom. This was my biggest leak of power. Anytime someone questioned me, I would over-explain, trying to build a fortress of logic around my position. But the more I explained, the less they believed me. Then I stopped. An executive questioned a project plan I made. The old me would have panicked, pulling up charts and data. The new me just said, I believe this is the right move. That's all. And they accepted it. Why? Because true confidence is contagious. When you act like you deserve respect, people's brains mirror that belief. When you act like you need to earn it, they will make you earn it forever. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your life. You don't owe them proof of your value. Let's put this all together. You're not learning new tricks. You're unlearning the habits that make you look weak. First, you stopped reacting big, taking back control of your emotions. Second, you stopped being instantly available, teaching people your time is valuable. Third, you stopped accepting bad treatment, drawing firm boundaries. And now, you stop proving yourself, owning your inherent worth. Just stop and see what's left. What's left is the real you, the strong you, the version of you that doesn't need to shout to be heard. You already have everything you need, you're just hiding it. So here is your mission, starting right now. Pick one of these four, just one. Maybe it's letting a text sit for an hour. Maybe it's calmly saying, "That's not okay," the next time it happens. Whatever feels like the smallest step, do it once today. The next time the situation arises, catch that old habit and do the new thing instead. See how it feels. Watch their face change, then do it again tomorrow. In 1 month, you will be a different person. Not because you became someone else, but because you finally stopped pretending to be weak. You already deserve respect. Start acting like it. Of course, here is the analysis and generation based on your request.